Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah and in today's video we are going to be market prepping together. So in today's video I am planning on working on sea creatures of any kind. I'm going to work a little bit on my minis bin, so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm also going to work on full-size sea creatures as well. I have quite a few free patterns on my YouTube channel, so those are the patterns I'm going to be using. Maybe I'll design some more, I don't know, we'll see. But for now I'm just going to work on axolotls, sea turtles, and sharks. And then I'm also going to work on minis. I actually already crocheted something and finished it. It is pretty exciting, so I hope you all are prepared for it. If you all remember, I had some Bernat extra that I wanted to use. Giant yarn from Bernat. Well, I had hot pink and I had a really pretty variegated yarn, so I had no choice but to make something epic with it. Also, really fast, here's Ozzy. Ozzy hears the sound of my voice and he has to come over. And Ozzy, I have to show them this, okay? It's very important. Once we lay down, he's not gonna stay, I can guarantee it. Hope you all are excited to see this. It is sea creature related. Look at this thing. Ozzy, you're gonna have to scooch. It's important. I promise. Look at this giant hot pink sea turtle. This thing is ridiculous, guys. I don't know what I was thinking. I decided to crochet the eyes and then I embroidered white onto them. Gave it a cute little smile to kind of try and tie it together. Oh, look at this guy, he's crazy. So I used an entire skein and a little bit more of the hot pink. And then I used maybe about half the skein for the shell. Here's the bottom. It's kind of lame that I can't make a second one of these and just use the yarn up entirely because I won't have enough hot pink. But at least I have one epic giant sea turtle. It is very huggable and large. This thing's crazy, but I think that somebody will definitely love it, both because of its bright colors and the size of it. This is all that I worked on over the weekend. I spent multiple days editing, so this was it. But I actually finished this guy pretty quickly. I'd say it took me about 3 hours. It took me longer because the yarn type is so tedious to work with. And I can proudly say that my hands do not hurt after crocheting this. I really thought they would. I'm a little bit shocked, but I also think just because this pattern didn't take me all day to make, that's probably why it doesn't hurt my hands. Anyways, rambling about this sea turtle. I'm gonna work on sea creatures today. I actually have to get going because, not today, I'm gonna work on sea creatures in general. But I actually have to get going because I have a lot of errands and stuff I need to run. So it's gonna be a long day outside of crochet, but I am hoping to stop at Michael's and get some yarn. So hopefully I'll have a miniature yarn haul. Really the only thing I need is white. So hopefully they have white because the white yarn I have is atrocious. The yarn texture is terrible. So hopefully they have some somewhat nice white yarn. That is it for now. Ozzy and I are gonna go. I'm going to go do a bunch of stuff today and I'll check in with you either this evening or tomorrow. We'll see. I have a mini yarn haul for you. I just grabbed some really basic stuff, but I figured I would show it to you all. I ended up getting a whole bunch of white in Sweet Snuggles Light. The texture on a couple of these isn't like the best, but I think it should be fine. Like I said, I got 4 of those, and then I got 2 cream. What's this one? Seed Pearl or whatever? Winter White, not Seed Pearl. I got 2 of these because they had it, and I'm starting to run a little bit low on cream. I also went to Hobby Lobby and got 4 of these. This is my favorite color, so naturally I'm out of it. But I want to use this on that Skinny Chanel Bailey I wanted to do. What does it say? Pull yarn from outside. Is that new? Hold on. It is new. I'm so confused. Why does it say that? I like my center pole. What are you talking about? I'll tell you all right now that I will not be using the outside end. Anyways, I've got Buddy coming over here. Come here, Buddy. Hi, Buddy. I was out most of today and it was actually snowing. I know, snowing in November. That was very strange for where I live, at least. That is all I have for you. I also worked on some minis, but I left those downstairs, so you'll have to see them later. I'm gonna work on some stuff. I'll let you know what it is when I actually get to it. That's the mini yarn haul and the update for now. So over the last 2 days, I've been working on minis. I've actually been really busy, so I didn't get very many finished. I mean, I guess looking at it now, it's quite a bit. I made 2 different colored octopus. Octos, I like to call them. So I have this color here, which is a variegated yarn, so pretty, and then a light purple. Makes sense for an octo. And I ended up making 5 of each color. That's my plan for my minis bin, is to make a bunch of the same color. That way the minis bin will hopefully not be as chaotic. If you remember last time, that was a while ago, but last time I had a lot of white in the bin. So a lot of the axolotls were white, a lot of the turtles were white, a lot of the jellyfish were white, or like the secondary color was white. And when that happens, it just kind of, everything gets kind of lost. This one, I'm trying to just focus on specific colors and do a bunch of those. And then I'll also be splitting these up. So I'm going to bring 2 on the first day, add the other 2 back in on the second day, and then add the final 2 in on the final day. That way, when I go to my market, or my festival technically, I will have enough minis day 1, day 2, and then hopefully for day 3, but we'll see. I kind of did this a little bit this year when I went, so I'm gonna repeat it next year. It did work pretty well. They don't have eyes yet, side note. I'm gonna embroider them soon. I also made some whales. So I made this one with this blue variegated yarn. It's got a little tiny bit of yellow in it. And then I also made a solid colored whale in kind of like the blue-gray. And then again, I made 5 of each of those. I'm going to work on more minis today. I'm actually going to be pretty busy, so I'm not sure how many I'll actually get finished. I have to take my car in and get it repaired. It's got some issues. Hopefully that isn't a very expensive fix. I also wanted to work on a mini Bailey, the last one that I want to make for this event. I don't know if I'm going to do that today. I have the yarn out, but I think I just want to work on these minis and try and get the whales and the octos at least close to finish. Same with all the other items I'm working on. I may end up making more in the future, even though right now I might say I'm done. That was the point I wanted to make in my last video, and I just did not explain it very well. I might have to go back through and make more cows. Because I want to make 30,000 in inventory, I have to make more of things that I thought I was done with. So hopefully that makes sense. But for the minis, I'm just gonna start at 30 each. So I'm gonna make 30 whales and 30 octos and then go from there. Anyways, that's the update, the mini update. I'm done rambling now. I will check in with you in a little bit. Please excuse if the camera is shaky. I have had a little bit too much caffeine today, plus something awesome has just happened. So somebody messaged me on Instagram. They were first interested in a custom order from me, but she decided to get this dragon instead. And I have to say, I feel like I just finished this, right? I just finished this less than a week ago. And to have somebody already interested in it is something so entirely new to me. But thank you so much for your order. I can't wait to get this shipped out. I'm so happy this is going. I can't believe it happened so fast. I didn't even post it on eBay. I'm gonna update you later though. I'm not gonna pack it up right now. I gotta go crochet some more. So I just finished filming the tutorial for Haley the Hippo, and it should be out by the time this video is out, so make sure to check it out if you haven't already. This is one of my favorites, so make sure to check it out. It's a much more simple pattern than the other ones I've released, where you just are going to be sewing on 4 legs and everything else is worked into the body. This guy works up super fast. I don't know why, but for me personally, they don't sell it great at my festival. Maybe I just didn't bring the right colors, or just the rest of my stuff people liked more. But I might make a couple more in different colors and just see if those will sell. And yeah, I'll definitely update you in the market results, which that'll be at the end of April. So we still got a ways to go before I can actually test the other colors. But anyways, I enjoy making these, so it's worth it for me. I also crocheted something else today. This is the mini Bailey I was telling you all about in gold and cream with the rainbow hair. This guy is super cute, like a candy themed unicorn, I guess. Very adorable. So I actually have 3 of these guys now. All things considered, I did pretty well today. I finished 2 plushies for being gone for a percentage of today. Brought my car in and I got a diagnosis, if you will, and it wasn't very good, so I'm not gonna get my car back for like a week. It's a not super cheap fix, that's for sure. I was hoping for something that wasn't too bad. It is what it is. I would like my car back, so I'd rather repair it now before it gets worse too. That's kind of the annoying update on the car. I did finish these plushies today, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I'll update you soon and just go from there. It's time to package this plushie up to go to its forever home. So here's one final look at my most recent mushroom dragon. Because this one sold, I'll definitely have to make another one. I might have to hide it from you all so that I can keep it for my festival, but I don't know, we'll see. These guys do take a hot minute to make. If I really just do this, it takes me about 3 days to make. That's a long process for me. It's definitely worth it for these adorable dragons. I also made the mini bee last night. I decided to go with a golden bee. Usually I'll use like a light yellow, but this time I used the kind of gold color. And I think it's so pretty. Let's get this packaged up. Here's the package all ready to go, and Ozzy, he just teleported in here as a cat does. But the package is all ready. I want to thank you again for your order. I appreciate it so very much. I can't wait for it to arrive. I'm going to get it shipped out, so I'm gonna do that this morning and then figure out what I'm gonna crochet next with you all shortly. See, I wanted to quickly show you my bee that I started working on. I'm not going to touch it because Ozzy's fine hair is all over me. I did start it and I finished the body. I want to work on the legs and the wings and of course the stinger. And while I've been doing that, I've been getting pattern photos, so that's why I have this fabric on my desk right now. I just wanted to update you super fast before I finish this. I think I might be able to finish this tonight, and if that's the case, I could start writing up the pattern, which would be very nice. And then get obviously a tester call up eventually. That's just the bee update for now. Last night I finished this bee out of gold. I think it turned out really beautiful. The eyes are the same, but on the gold I feel like they look different, which is good. But this guy is all finished. I took pattern photos last night and I assembled the pattern earlier today. So this bee pattern is well on its way to be tested. Here's another look at the brown one. This one did turn out a tiny bit smaller because I used Naughty Pony, and then I used a gold yarn that was quite stiff. Here are the two together. The gold yarn, because it is quite stiff, it did make it noticeably bigger, but it's not a big deal for me. I personally like to see some variety. I am also going back to working on my minis. So I'm starting with the whale for now. So I'm going to be making a gray one of these. Well, technically 5 gray ones of these, and then also a lighter blue and some sort of girly color. I haven't decided yet. I'm trying to decide if pink would be weird for the whales among all the other colors, but I don't know. We'll see. Eventually I will decide, but I just wanted to update you real fast and let you know what my next project is. I spent all day editing, so it's pretty late in the afternoon, so I'm probably not gonna get much done today, but I did finish editing a tutorial in a few hours, so that is a new high score for me. Low score? I finished it fast. But that's it for now. I'll check in with you soon. Last night, I finished all of the whale bodies that I'm going to make. They are not finished because I still need the white belly and to be stuffed and everything. I made these 4 new colors. Once I finish these guys, hopefully today, we'll see. I have a lot of things on my to-do list that I want to do. But once I finish these guys, I'll have 30 total. I'm hoping I can embroider the eyes on them today too, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Like I said, lots of things on my to-do list. And I haven't touched the octos since I started working on the whales. I just decided, let's just get the whales over with and finished. Now onto my to-do list. So today I have to release my hippo tutorial because it's ready. I also need to film some videos for the social medias to promote its release because tutorials and we don't normally do very well. So I'm trying a couple things this time to try and get the tutorials to do better. I also need to pick cow testers today for my snuggler pattern. I need to finalize my Highland cow snuggler pattern as well. I don't need to do that today, but I need to do that soon. And then after that, I will be posting the bee tester calls. That's very exciting. And I'm also going to work on the tester appreciation for the bat. The bat pattern doesn't come out until the 20th. I have time to work on that. I don't have to necessarily do that today, but that's my to-do list. So we're going to try and get all of this done today, hopefully. I also need to film a tutorial for a little while. I hope you all are interested and excited for that. I'm going to work on that, not today, but eventually. Let's start by releasing the Hippo tutorial, and then we'll go from there. And if y'all didn't know, I actually started TikTok too. I don't know why you would know. I didn't tell anyone. Loops and Knots Crochet. I posted 2 videos so far. I'm gonna try and post like as often as I can, essentially. 58 followers for 2 days of posting isn't bad. Alright, testers have been chosen. I gotta edit this actually. Tester call is closed for the snuggler. Testers have been notified. The goal is to release it on the 27th. So hopefully. But here's what the snuggler pattern is looking like so far. I don't know if I can actually see it very well, but I'm going to give it a final look through before giving it to my testers. And then I also am going to work on the Highland Cow snuggler. This one is actually not ready to go, but I did finish this one, the extra large B, so I just need to look this one over too. So I'm gonna post a tester call today, maybe this afternoon though, just to let all my notifications settle a little bit after releasing a video, posting stuff. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. I think I'm going to probably relax for a little bit. It's nearly lunchtime anyways. Once I'm done with that, I'll decide what else to do. My to-do list. Cross off. The Hippo tutorial's out. I filmed a short with the Hippo in it. I think I already did that. I picked the cow testers. I finished half my list so far, which I'm honestly a little shocked. I will work on the other stuff later, so I'll check in with you later. So remember how I said I would finish these whales today? Well, it's 8 o'clock at night and I haven't touched them, but I have a good reason for this, okay guys? I'm gonna show you something. It's really cute. It's super cool, okay? So it's worth it. I started another Appa. This is the fuzzy one. I told you all I would start eventually. Look at how cute he is though. See, I told you it was worth it. If you're new here and haven't seen my giant Appa yet, make sure to check out the tutorial. It's an epic tutorial. I pride myself on this pattern for the most seamless Appa that you'll find. It is a lot of work, but it is worth it. Enough promoting Appa. I just wanted to show you his head before I moved on. I started the body a little bit, but I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow and work on the whales tonight. Or I might work on the Appa. We'll see. But I did want to show you the fact that I posted the bee tester call. It will be closed by the time this video is out, but hopefully most of you will have seen it. I'm really excited. I don't know how I'm going to feel about testing 3 patterns at the same time. I mean, the extra large bat pattern, all goes well, should be finished in the next few days. So hopefully that's the case. I am going to either crochet the Appa this evening or the whales. We'll see. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get something moving. Not necessarily finished. That's the update for now for today, and I will definitely check in with you tomorrow. So last night and this morning I decided to start something new, and I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, don't you have like 30 projects going on, especially if you count each individual whale? I promise you this is fully worth it. But let me just show you what it is first. It is a extra large kitty. This is based on my extra large patterns, the laying down kind. And I decided to work on a kitty version. I ended up working with these green eyes. This is my sister. She told me to use them, so here we are. This is just the body finished. I'm thinking in the written pattern, I'll probably just do solid colors. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm designing new patterns. I just really want to get a bunch out before Christmas. I realized that I'm probably going to have to take a break until after Christmas time because I do not want anybody working on my tester calls during the holidays. I don't think that's right. Have to figure out how I'm going to work that out. Look at the calendar and stuff. But I just want to show you my kitty and give you a little update. So I'm just going to work on this cat tonight, hopefully finish it, and then I'll check in with you soon-ish. We'll see. I may or may not have gotten distracted and started a little side project, so here it is. It's a mini version of that bee pattern I designed. Obviously it's not finished yet, but I wanted to show you how adorable it is. Look at how cute. I think this might be the cutest thing I've made in a while, because how can you top that face? Look at how cute it is. Oh, so cute. So I'm torn on keeping this. But I'm gonna finish it first, see what it looks like. Gotta say, the most tedious part about all of this, I mean, crocheting with Skinny Chanel is already tedious, but my biggest issue with this was actually adding the eyes in. That was very difficult. I ended up having to take my scissors and going inside the stitch and kind of stretching it to get it big enough to put the 20mm eyes in. These don't have points on the back, I think is the biggest issue, so it can't just like slide in. That's this cutie so far. I'm gonna finish him tonight. Should take me like 20 minutes to sew them together. But I also finished my kitty. I don't think I've shown it to you yet, so hopefully I haven't. But here he is, all finished. I think it turned out so cute. Look at the back. So I'm going to write this pattern up and get it ready for a tester call. It may be my final tester call of this year though, because I do not want anybody working on Christmas time for me. That is not what I want people to be doing with their time. I guess you guys can decide if you want to crochet in Christmas time or not. I mean, I will be crocheting, but I don't want anyone to have to feel pressure. Anyways, I'm sure I'm making some sort of sense. Also, I'm sorry that I'm picking all the stuffing off of these guys. I turned this big light on and I did not notice until it was on, all the stuffing. Usually before I take these guys anywhere or sell them or anything, they get a roller and I inspect them. I crochet in kind of dim lighting, which is probably not good for me, but that's why I can't see the stuffing until the lights are on. This reminds me of one of my childhood plushies, so I had to make a similar version in my own style, of course. I need to get more safety eyes so I can make a few more of these guys. I want to get some more green shades. That way I can make kitties with green eyes. I think that makes sense. Maybe a couple of orange or yellow eyes, because those are also kitty eye colors. Maybe I should make a light gray kitty with blue eyes. That would be really cute. Anyways, if I say but one more time, I might lose it. I'm going to work on this eventually. It's not happening right this second because I'm going to be working on this bee this evening, but there I go, I said it again. I also worked on Appa a bit, which here's the body. It's looking a little crazy right now, but I finished the tail. I've got 1 foot crocheted, and then I have to obviously crochet the other 5 feet. Tedious step for sure. These toes are bobbles. They're what I like to call double triple crochet bobbles. So you yarn over 3 times to make them. Tedious work, but at least you don't have to join a separate piece on. I'm gonna work on this eventually too. To finish this video out, I want to finish the fluffy Appa. That way you can see him done. Hopefully I will be able to accomplish that. And then I don't know if this is too much for me to ask of myself, but I want to finish all the whales that I started too, so I can cross that section of minis off my list. I don't know. We'll see what I can actually get finished. I know next week I'm going to be pretty busy. I've got a lot of things to do. It's holiday week, so Thanksgiving week. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to crochet or work on stuff. But speaking of holidays, I'm going to start sewing first because I want to talk with you all. I'm in a chatty mood. I've heard a lot of people do Vlogmas, which I guess is where you do a video every day of December up until Christmas, but personally I know that I'm not gonna be able to do that because I'm gonna be busy. I am the baker of the family, so I am going to be making Christmas treats for everyone. Plus, I have a plan to crochet some gifts for my family this year. My immediate family, that is. The point with that is I'm thinking of doing a really cozy vlog where we just hang out, crochet, and I also show you some of the goodies that I make. Christmas cooking and baking and stuff. Just kind of like be a really nice cozy vlog. So that is my plan for December. This yarn, when you sew with it, gets very fuzzy. I don't know if it's just the brown. I actually think it's just specific colors, but anyways, getting distracted here. I don't really have any other plans past that, so there's that. I do want to release a tutorial for Little Will, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get that done by the end of the year, honestly. It's just, I know it's gonna be a really long tutorial, and I just don't know if I have time right now to just sit down for that long and film the tutorial, so we'll see on Little Will. I really wanted to be able to release him as a tutorial so you guys can crochet Christmas gifts or whatever with it, but I don't know. We'll just have to see when I will have the time to get that ready. I also want to do a crochet foundations on attaching limbs, so I think I might do that for next week. Like I said, next week for me is going to be pretty busy because I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff outside of crochet, so I just honestly I don't know how much I'll be able to sit down and film a tutorial. I'm gonna get this guy sewn together. I don't think I have anything else that I wanted to talk about besides those few things. And I threw my bee on the floor, so I guess that means I'm done talking with you all until later. I don't know if you all are ready for this cuteness, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways. Look at how cute. I don't know if it's blurry or not, I can't really tell. Look at how cute this turned out. I am in love. I'm in love. The temptation to keep this for myself is pretty high. I did not expect to nail a pattern this well, let alone on my first try. I'm so excited about this. Oh, he's so cute. I was honestly thinking about making some more bugs with a similar body type, but I don't know if that would be weird. Like if I did a butterfly this chubby, but with tiny little wings, would that be weird? I don't know. I feel like that might be a little weird, but also it could be cute though. So precious. That's my update real fast, is this little cutie being finished. He's just a big bee. Alright, enough playing with my plushies. I'm gonna work on something else and put this in a place so it can continue to look at me. I've got myself an iced coffee. I filled my water all the way up to the top so I don't have to leave for many hours because I have nowhere to be today and nothing to do besides work on crochet stuff. So here we are. I'm going to work on these whales a bit, hopefully finish them today. We'll see about that. Last night I ended up crocheting, or not crocheting, but finishing 4 of them, including this blue one here. I also really quick embroidered the eyes on this one just to see what it would look like finished, and it's adorable. I'm going to kind of work back and forth between finishing the whales and embroidering eyes, that way I don't get like horribly bored because my least favorite part has to be the decrease rounds, which is adding the belly. And that's all I have left to do essentially, so it's just kind of tedious. But I need to work on that. I also need to pick testers for my bee patterns, so that's what I'm going to be doing today as well. I had a lot of great testers apply, so it's going to be very difficult to narrow it down, but I'll get there. Those are 2 things I need to do. I also need to get my bat pattern finalized for release day, which is tomorrow. I'm waiting on a few more testers though, so I'm just going to wait until I get their photos before I finalize it and everything. So hopefully today I will just be focusing on the whales and testers for the bee pattern. I also, like I said earlier, want to film a crochet foundations, so I need to start thinking about what I want to crochet for the crochet foundations because I have to be pretty much finished with the project for that. That's the update for now though. I'm just going to take you along today and we'll see what we can get done. So I decided once I finished embroidering the eyes of my finished whales to also do the same with my octos because I needed to clear my desk, obviously. But I decided to have a little fun and embroider some smiles on a couple of the octos. If it'll focus. There we go. So this is probably one of my favorites with the tiny cute smile, and then I also did one in this color here, but they look super cute. And then this one with some eyelashes. Adorable. I have a total of 24 minis, I think I counted correctly. 10 octos, 14 whales, and then once I finish the rest of those whales, I'll have a total of 20, of a total of 30 whales. There we go. That's the number I'm looking for. But I'm gonna work on these guys. Like I said today, I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I also realized that unfortunately I do have to leave my house. I wasn't supposed to do anything today, but something's come up and now I got an errand to run. I still have hope that today will be a very what's the word? Productive, that's the word. I have a feeling today will be a very productive day. That's just the update for now. I'm gonna stash these guys away so that my desk is nice and clear. More clear. I'll check in with you in a little bit. I am back from running errands, thankfully, so hopefully I will be able to just hang out for the rest of the day and work on stuff. I decided the first thing I should probably tackle is the tester call for this bee pattern. Picking testers for a tester call is usually pretty difficult, but this time around it is one of the harder ones that I've had to pick. I said I'm looking for 9, but I think I might end up picking 12 just because it's going to be really hard to narrow this down. I'm going to go through that and then I will check in with you once I'm done with that. I apologize for the jump scare. What I mean is Appa's head is not attached yet. That's what I was talking about. But I finished Appa's body today. I thought you would all want to see it. I'm hoping that I can actually finish this project tonight. That would be amazing. But for sure what I want to get done is the underside of the tail. So I need to make the light gray belly part and sew it on. I obviously need to attach the head still. And then I need to make the arrow. 3 major things I need to finish. Plus I also want to brush the body out a little bit more so it's as fluffy as the head is. You can kind of see the difference, I think. I'm going to work on the tail first so that I can get that finished. It's easier to sew it on when the head isn't attached. And then I'll attach the head. That is my super quick update on Appa, and I will check in with you in just a few moments. Does this top and skirt go together? Probably not, but we're already committed. It is that time again to give you all a market recap on everything that I managed to finish over the last couple of weeks. I always want to say this week. It's every 2 weeks that these videos are filmed over. So I'm going to give you all a quick little recap on everything that I managed to do. If you can see the bruise on my hand, I do apologize. One of my other hobbies is weightlifting, but let's just say this morning I got in a fight with a kettlebell and a 12-pound medicine ball and the kettlebell won. So don't recommend doing that. Moral of the story is please do not throw medicine balls when there are kettlebells involved. Make sure the kettlebells are far, far away because they will get you. I'm getting sidetracked here. Let's move on to the market recap. So a couple of these things I haven't fully finished yet, such as my fluffy Appa. Here he is. Super duper fluffy. I managed to put his head on last night, and then I also started on the arrow. This mess right here. Obviously not finished. I'm hoping that by the time I edit this video, he will be finished. So if he is done, I will put him on the screen so y'all can see him. And then I'll probably show him in my next vlog. I mean, let's just be honest. He took a long time. So a lot of tedious work went into this because crocheting with fluffy yarn is not fun. One of the feet for sure has a totally wrong stitch count, but honestly, looking at them all, I don't think you can tell which one it is. So that's good. I'm gonna work on his arrow. By the time I'm done editing this video, this guy will hopefully be finished. The other thing are the mini whales. Quite a few left to finish. And I dropped one, of course. 4 of each color, so I have 12 of them. If that's correct. No, 16 of them. 4, 8, 12, 16. I can count, guys, okay? I'm also hoping that will be finished by the time this video is out, so hopefully that is the case. The other minis I managed to finish are the 10 octos that I made. So those guys are done as well, and all in all I made 40 minis over the last couple weeks, which I'm pretty shocked actually. I'm not mad at that number at all. Then another thing I made was that crazy looking extra large sea turtle. That one I love. I think it's great. And then I also made a random hippo for the hippo tutorial. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. My tutorials don't do very well. Just in general, I think what happens is a lot of people will click the video and save it for later, and that actually drops my engagement rate, which means that YouTube doesn't show it to people. It's very annoying. Unless it's something very, very special, like with my shark tutorial. And what looks like my sitting puppy tutorial will also be as popular. Very rarely does a tutorial do actually well for me. But I also made that golden bee. I'm pretty certain I made that in this video. If I didn't, my memory is terrible. But I made the golden bee, the big one, and then I also made the mini bee. So that guy is super cute. One of my favorites for sure. And a lot of people have been saying they really, really love it. I've never had a pattern where people are so excited about it. I mean, I've had excitement before with patterns, especially, you know, you talk about like Willow and my little Will, like those patterns were special. People keep saying that this one is extra special, so that's interesting. Also made that new extra large kitty, so my new pattern I'm working on. Gonna attempt to work on that pattern and get a tester call up before December, but I want it to be out before Christmas. I do not want anyone, I think I already said this, I do not want anyone testing on or the week of Christmas. That is everything that I ended up crocheting over the last couple of weeks. I ended up making a total of $985 in inventory, but I ended up making a total of 46 items, which is pretty high. But that's also simply because of the minis. I don't know if I mentioned this, but all the minis I have are free tutorials on my channel. They are in a little playlist, should say tutorials for minis or something like that. I'm thinking maybe in the future I might write up a bundle. That way you all can download the pattern and save it to your devices instead of having to go to my Instagram or my YouTube channel to find them. So I think I might end up doing that. I mean, I'm already making the minis, so why not just quickly take pattern photos of one of them while I do it too. But that is everything that I ended up crocheting over the last couple of weeks and the totals and everything. I don't have a full inventory count right now because I'll need to go back through and add things together. Make sure to check out my coffee shop. I'm still having my discount code, single crochet in all caps. You type that in at checkout and you'll get 10% off your total order. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, leave a whale emoji. I'm pretty certain there's a whale emoji. It's fitting since I'm working on these mini whales. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you. I just hit 36,000 subscribers, which is kind of a random number, but honestly, it blows me away when I look at my sub count and see over 30,000. Like, it is mind-blowing. So I appreciate you all so much. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It would be cool if I could hit 40,000 before the end of the year. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it could be fun. That is officially it. I'm gonna stop talking now because I haven't talked in a little while, and you all know that that means I will ramble on for days about the most random obscure stuff, and editing me will have to come in and delete a bunch of stuff. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. No idea what it'll be. It'll be a tutorial of some kind. Hopefully you all will enjoy it. I will see you then. Bye!